Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm Damian Hill. With me, as always, is TJ O'Connor. Tonight, we are joined by the newly crowned 170-pound Cage Fury Fighting Championship champion. Oh my fucking god, dude!
You got it right.
That was that was a fucking amazing performance. Clearly, a dominating performance. I mean, before we get into all of that, though, and you walk us through the fight and what you thought of the performance and stuff, got to go over the sponsors. Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Strings Tattoo out in New Brighton, Minnesota, Origin Wellness CBD, The Striking Institute, Spartan Martial Arts, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, TJ's mom, and the fighters. How you doing tonight, Bobby?
I'm excellent. How are you guys?
Man, I'm doing fucking good. I feel like I'm as ecstatic as you after you won that fight for you. Like it was fucking amazing to see all the pictures and to see you celebrating in there and holding that belt. Man, talk us through the fight and talk us through your performance.
Well, hey, it went well. What was cool is I did what I said. What's cool is I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Is like immediately, first 10 seconds, move forward, land the first big significant strike, and just keep the pressure on the whole time. And that's what I did from the very beginning. So it was cool. I mean, that first exchange, there was a little bit of like a low kick, and we just ended up in the clinch. And what was cool is I get the body lock, and I get my fingers locked. And you know what's cool is when you get a body lock and you can kind of squeeze someone, and they breathe out a little bit. Like, jeez. What was cool is I felt him tense the way my body lock made him feel, and like I was a little too excited on that first takedown. I went too much energy, tried to go for the slam and didn't control on the way down. But from that first scramble on the way up, I was still right back on him, kneeing him in transition and getting him back on the fence and taking him right back down. Every time he tried to move, I was right there, and I was like, a step ahead on the jiu-jitsu side of things. So, I mean,
definitely. So I'm sorry. That was just one of the things that I noticed immediately is that every time he tried to create a scramble or try to escape, you were the better scrambler in those situations. And then sometimes it looked like he was trying to create a scramble or go for a submission, and you just immediately shut it down. You made it look fucking easy. You were in control of the fight the entire time.
Let's be honest. He had very few moments, and like, for example, one of his best moments was when he got up to his feet. He did it. He stood up, got up to his feet. He pushed me to the wall, and then he threw a spinning back fist. But like, I blocked the spinning back fist, and it was like, cool. Now we're in a fight. And I'm smiling, and I walk him forward, and I actually say to him like, "Are you having fun yet?" And I think I got 3 words out, like having fun yet. And he said, yeah. And then I punched him in the face, and I took him right back down.
Dude, that's amazing, because we seen that you were smiling. The commentators actually mentioned it a bunch. Bobby Lee's smiling in there. He's walking him down, throwing these punches. He's happy to be here. It was pretty exciting to see. But speaking of the commentators, there's one thing that it's kind of off topic, but I don't know if you've seen the fight yet. You were able to watch it on Fight Pass, but they kept calling you Bobby Hill. Does that?
I saw that. It was kind of funny, and it's like Bobby Hill. that's a character. That is the origin of "Damn it, Bobby." Or Tom. Anyways, I heard it. It was whatever. It's whatever. I mean, I get what they were saying. They didn't. And they weren't like too negative about me. Like they were saying that I wasn't like trying to pass guard or like trying to hit or like try to finish the fight. And I just think that's like a little, I don't know if disingenuous is the word, or it's just like it just wasn't true. I mean, I was trying to pass guard, I was trying to hit, I was trying to finish the fight. And the thing is Mike Hill was like, he's a game opponent, he came prepared, and there was a moment where he could have quit. There was that north-south choke. There was a Kimura attempt, but there was a north-south choke where it was close, and like he had the option to go out, and he didn't. He fought out of that. And so I talked about his spinning back fist. That was one cool moment he had. The other one was he went for one guillotine that made me
Yeah.
I had to respond to it. That's for sure. Um,
Yeah.
the thing that's cool about that is like at a different point in my career, he would have got that. He would have made me tap, and that would have been his night. The thing is like he got me. Well, like he got me in now 2020 version of me, where it's like I've been in those guillotines, and I've had those nights where I go back to the locker room, and it's just an awful moment. It's a terrible night, and like getting my brown belt and having the confidence. Oh, is Damien around? Yeah, he's around.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you guys see me again?
Yep.
There you
Sorry.
go. Okay. Um, there's a version of me where I didn't come out on top, and that's that just. But what happened, and it's like I was in that choke, and like I thought of like how hard, in a fight, your mind is running a million miles an hour, and you can have five thoughts inside of 1 second. Like you think about 1 second not being a long period of time. I mean, like put your hand on a burning hot stove and hold it for 1 second. Like that 1 second is an eternity. So it's like in a fight, you can really think a lot, and it's like I was in that choke for more than a second, and it's like I had to. That was the culmination of a decade plus of rolling around on the mats and like being a student of jiu-jitsu, and like that took something to not get tapped from that, but like that was only like a 3 second scare. After that, it was it's all me. It's all like,
Yeah.
it's the whole fight is all me except for that one little scare, and it's like people already knew about the guillotine. Like I've lost to 2 guillotines already, so like people are gonna go for it. It wasn't. I defended it, so it's like other than those 2 moments, and like it was a fun fight, and yeah, like I was smiling, and it's like there was no. It's not. There was definitely pressure. Like of course I was nervous going into this, but the thing is, if you can enjoy it, it's like it's you're a lot more free in there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And you looked like, I mean, talking to you now, you're just confirming it, but you look like you enjoyed yourself the whole time. From that first bell, you mentioned you came in, set the pace, and I feel like it was you from the whole goal. When you come in and you dominate the fight, like I said, you were working, punching, moving, get the decision. My question really is, the fight went to a decision after 4 rounds. Was that something that was in Mississippi? Was that discussed beforehand, or what happened with that situation?
That was actually news to me. I think like the day of the fight, but it's so I don't know if that's a CFFC thing or if that was just because of COVID or what the deal was. I don't know if it was because it was like such a short notice fight for this guy, or that was a weird one. I found out the day of the fight, but it's like,
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I had trained for 5 rounds, so it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't mean to take anything away, because clearly it was 40-36. It was all you. If the fight went 5 more minutes, it was 5 more minutes of you punching.
Honestly, sorry, TJ, I don't want to interrupt. Honestly, I think if it went to the 5th round, that's where you were going to get the finish. I don't think he wanted to fight you anymore after the 4th round. That's just my opinion anyway. I don't know how you felt about it, but I thought you were going to get the finish in the 5th. It would have been nice.
I was pushing the pace in the 3rd and the 4th. I mean, especially the 4th. So it's like I felt good, and like I had wore him down over 20 minutes of fighting. So it's like that 5th round probably wasn't going to be his.
This just popped into my head actually too, because in between the 2nd and 3rd round, as you got up and you were walking back to your corner, the ref was following you and he was saying something to you. Do you remember what he said to you at that time?
He was saying to keep working. Like he was talking about standing me up if it was too inactive, and he did stand me up. I think he only stood me up once in the 3rd, maybe the 4th, but it was in the 3rd where he stood me up, and then I shot back in, and then I was in that guillotine. So I think he was like, I think he might have said something afterwards where he said he hoped I had gotten out of that, because that would have been unfortunate. But I got out of it. I got back on top. It was no big deal. I mean, Mike Hill probably had like less than 2 seconds, maybe less than 3 seconds of top control time. Like if he ever swept or got on top, he was not in control. I got right back up, and then I would be right back on him, punching him, taking him down. So
Oh, there's another thing that I just popped in my head too. The creativeness off of one of your takedowns where you had Mike's back and you had one hook in and you were off the cage. You pushed off the cage to knock him back down and you got his back. Is that something that you've worked on before, or was that just in the moment?
Oh no, that's Brock Larson right there. I mean, he's the best coach in the world.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And I love that transition that just happened so naturally, because what I wanted to talk about was, the man you just mentioned, Brock Larson. You've been with him since day one. You've put the work in. And one of my favorite moments, I know you probably have a couple, but as soon as that bell rang for the end of the fourth round, you hear Brock in an empty arena let out that scream, because he knew the job was done. The belt was coming back home with you guys. You were bringing 12 more pounds in that suitcase. How did that feel for you, just knowing how excited he was for you in that moment?
I mean, those moments right after that final bell, it was like, it's almost like your ears are plugged. I mean, it's just kind of like you're underwater. It felt like a whole lot just in 2 seconds. So like you go from like 100% in the zone. I need to win this fight. I need to be in control. To like, okay, all right, I won. Now, how do you? Yeah, I would love to sit here and say that I was like 100% certain I was gonna win, but it's like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
It's MMA. It's the most fluke things in the world could happen. You could dominate for 19 minutes of the fight, shoot that one last takedown, and get choked. So it's like I had to be on point the whole time, and but yeah, what I wanted to do was take the belt off and give it to Brock, but it was like, no, it's your belt. He didn't want to take it. It's with me for right now, but like after this week, it's gonna go hang in his gym because it's his belt and means the world that he was for me.
Dude, that just touched a soft spot in my heart, dude. Like that, I love when fighters do that. It's amazing, as you showing homage to the person that you feel like got you to where you are. It's amazing, especially since I believe you're going to end up unifying that belt anyway and having two anyway. How is that going to play out? How does the unification process play out, or are there other options for you with other promotions right now?
Good question, but I think I was asking that question too. Is like, why did they call it an interim belt?
Yeah, that's
when we knew on the night of the fight that he was signed with another promotion and he's not gonna defend it.
Yeah. That actually just clicked into my head that you said that, because they did say that during the fight even.
Yeah, he was gonna fight last night. He was gonna fight on that card, but his opponent fell off due to COVID.
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't make sense that it's in. So you are the lineal champion. You are, yeah.
I'm a man.
Like what the hell? So I guess what's next is, do you defend it against the next runner up, or do you have the Bellator option still? Because I would so fucking love to see you go there. It would be amazing.
I'm with you. So I mean, it's either probably Bellator or the UFC. I mean.
Yeah,
it's that or Dana White's Contender Series. I mean, those are like very realistic goals. That could actually. I mean, come on, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah, dude. Oh man, so I
yeah,
guess
the only thing that, like, if I don't get signed with the UFC or Bellator in like recent near future, I mean, the other option is like go down to 155 and pick up the other CFFC belt.
Yeah.
I mean, so
you got options. And they're all realistic options too. Everything is practical, and you're right there. Oh man, I guess after about a week of it settled, or not even a week, it's been a few fucking days. Wow. But anyway, like, has it sunk in yet that you're a world champ?
I mean, it's like. It's not that. It's
No, it hasn't sunk in yet.
It's super. It hasn't sunk in. It's not like it's not something I'm gonna let sink in. It's like I'm still that same guy of like, I have to prove myself. I have to go get like the other belts, the other ones. This means a lot to me. It's not nothing. Like, I'm super proud of this, but like I need the other one, the like a PFL or Bellator championship or the UFC world title is like what I wanted. That's what I want. You know.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
That's,
This is
it's no knock on CFFC. It's no knock. It means the world to me that I was, like the main event of a UFC Fight Pass event. The guys I was sharing the locker room with, or like the backstage staging area, is like, holy crap, there's some killers in there. So it's like I'm right there with the best up and coming fighters in the world. Like, no joke. I mean, if this doesn't prove it, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one of my wrestling coaches expressed it this way. He says, when you're running up to the top of the stairs, like everybody's excited, like you celebrate when you're at the top of the stairs, but that's not to say that you didn't take every step. It's just as important, dude. Like each step along the way, and grabbing that Cage Fury belt was just a step on your way to your ultimate goal, dude. I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. This is just the beginning of a new streak for you. I feel like this is, oh man, I don't know where I was going with this, but I'm excited, dude. Like, I can't wait to see what happens next for you. I know TJ was getting ready to say something. I start talking all the time, so.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say.
It was like a long time that I've really been buckling down and like working for this. I mean, since graduating high school, like this is what I've been wanting. This is like I didn't go to college. That wasn't my path. It was like I said I was going to be an MMA world champion, and like most people would scoff at that idea, just like not give it any actual entertainment. And now here I am. I'm 12-4, and I have this title, and it was the UFC Fight Pass main event. I mean, you can't take that away from me. I am one of the best in the world, and I mean, I keep saying it and it hasn't sunk in, or no, I mean it's real. It's just so it's
I get it.
I mean, it feels good, but like I haven't done jack shit to be like outside of this, like this is one little asterisk, but like I still feel like I need to go out there and beat some people. There's a long list of people I need to beat before I consider myself any amount of successful.
Oh yeah, this was career mode in the UFC. You're at like 30%. You got a long way to go. Damian mentioned all of the options. I mean, frankly, it's a good time to be Bobby Lee. And you mentioned
in the business,
sure. and you talk about what this means for you. And you came out of this fight relatively unscathed. You mentioned this fight was 2 days ago. You're looking pretty good. So I can only imagine that lit the fire. When are you back in the gym, and how soon do you want to be back in the cage? Because you mentioned, trying to take these opportunities. Clearly, one thing that's shown, especially for these bigger promotions, timing and opportunity is everything right now. And stay ready.
That's the next tangent is like, yes, I mean, I have to get back in the gym right away because most likely my opportunity is going to be short notice fights. Yeah. It's going to be someone gets injured and, okay, can you make 55 in 3 weeks? And it's like, yes, I can. So we're in business.
Oh yeah.
It'd be really cool to get a call from Abu Dhabi. I mean, come on, let's be real. Going to Fight Island and just right off the bat having one of the coolest experiences ever.
Dude.
I mean,
that would be.
I really want to go to the Apex. What I want to do is I would be one of those people who like maybe move out there and like live there, and like that would be so cool.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, that'd be dope as shit. I'm excited to see what happens next. I can't stress this enough. We're only 2 days after this fight, and I'm already like anticipating the next one. Not trying to put a lot of pressure on you or anything, but like I'm waiting.
Me too. I want to get back in the gym. I do. Yeah. I do. Like the thing that was great about this fight, it was like I was like hungry to compete, and that's why I had so much fun. And like the number of sparring sessions I've had this year is like it's low because we had that like 3 months or so that we couldn't spar and like couldn't get on the mats. So like the desire to like get into a fight was there. So like and it's still there. Like I mean, like I said, I didn't get punched. So I mean, come on, let's bring it on. I mean, there's I'm built for this. I really am.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I enjoyed talking with you tonight, Bobby, and I honestly I can't wait to see what happens again. I keep saying that, but it's only because it's fucking true. Me and TJ, we follow all of the local guys. We love this sport so much, but it's not to say that there's certain guys that we don't like, but there's just certain guys that we know have that it factor and are real fighters, and you are one of them. And it's just like you're a little bit more excited for your news than TJ's fight news.
Yeah. Don't be excited about my fight.
There are levels, right?
Yeah, you know. So
Trying to get to
man.
that next level, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I can't wait to have you on again. This has been great, and man, congratulations, dude. Fuck yeah, you earned it and deserve it, dude. Fuck.
Thank
Man.
you. I really appreciate it, and I suppose I should shout out to the team. Start BJJ. All the St. Cloud teammates, all my Cellar teammates. I mean, just like and like my coaches, like Ben Locken. He pushed me in conditioning, and like, oh my god, some of the sessions, like I was moving in slow motion the next day. They were really tough, but it's what I needed, and like I was 100% prepared. So I can't thank my coaches enough for being those guys for me. And like, shout out to Brock and those guys, and Chris and Ben. And it'll be big fight news next when we probably talk. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Big news. I only expect it to be very, very soon. Bobby, pleasure as always. Dominating performance. That's the CFFC welterweight champion right there, Bobby Lee. I'm TJ O'Connor. Damian Hill. This is Trash Talk. Like the video. Do not be a hoe.
Boom.